Hi, this is Soph's Fitness Lab, and this is a hotel room workout which I've designed for you. So if you're staying in a hotel for a few days and you'd like to do some exercise but you're a little bit limited with options, this is a 15-minute quick workout that you can do just involving what's in a hotel room. So we've got a chair, we've got a table, I've put an exercise mat here, but you can improvise with whatever you have. And apart from that, it's just your body and the ground. We're basically going to do most of the exercises just for 1 minute, and then there'll be a little bit of time in between as I introduce the next exercise. Okay, so let's just get straight on with it. First of all, we're going to just jog on the spot for a minute as a little warm-up, get the heart rate going a bit. You can use this time to start breathing more fully, to try and really expand your chest as you're breathing. You can also use it to loosen out your shoulders, just raise them up and down a little bit, shake your arms a bit. Use it to just loosen your body. And we're going to do a quick tour through most of the main muscle groups in the body through this. So we'll cover legs, we'll cover abs, we'll cover arms, back. Alright, 10 more seconds. Last 5, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, shake your legs out a little bit. So the first exercise is going to be a push-up. We're going to do it for 1 minute, and it's important that you do it for the full minute. So you can vary how difficult it is and choose a difficulty that you can maintain for 1 minute. Yeah, so maybe that means you're going to do it on the ground. If that's too easy, then you do it slowly for the lowering part. Maybe you're going to do it on a chair. That makes it a little bit easier. Or maybe you're going to do it on the table which you normally have in a hotel room. So you choose the height that makes it possible for you to keep it up for 1 minute. Okay? I'm going to use this friendly little chair here. So we'll start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So the important thing is, whatever angle you're doing it at, you want to lower down until your chest is almost touching the chair, the ground, the table, whatever it is. Yeah, so you're not only doing the top bit up here, you're going all the way down. And that helps you to use your pecs and not just your triceps. And focus on your body being in a really straight line, so you're using your abs to hold you solid. Okay, there's 15 seconds left. Last 10. 5, 2, 1. Stop. The second exercise, we're going to use the chair again, if you were using a chair. And it's basically like a squat, but just using the chair for assistance. So you could do it with both legs, sitting down on the chair and standing up. You don't need to actually sit on the chair, it's as though you just let a part of your body weight go on it and come up, and it just helps you do a good squat position. If you can, we're going to do this just on one leg. Okay, so it means that you lower down and sit on the chair and come up just using one leg. We're going to do this one for 1.5 minutes. So if you're doing it with 2 legs together, it's 1.5. If you're doing single legs, then we do 45 seconds of each, and that's a better time for this exercise. Okay, so let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to demonstrate it with just one leg, but if you're doing it with both legs together, totally fine. The important thing with this, as with any squat related, bending related exercise, is that your knee tries to stay roughly above your ankle, and it definitely doesn't go further forward than your toes. Okay, so it's like you're shooting your ass out to the back and not bending forwards. Okay, last 5 seconds. And change sides, just carry on straight away. If you're doing 2 legs together, just keep going. If your leg wobbles around a bit, that's totally fine. It means your knee is being supported right now by training all the muscles there. And do it as slowly as you can on the lowering part of the exercise. Very slow and controlled. Okay, last 5 seconds. 2, 1, stop. Good. Next up, we're going to lie on the ground and do an abs exercise. So, I'll demonstrate it first. You're going to lie like this and try and get your legs into a right angle position. Yeah? Then you're going to extend one leg to straight and bring it back. Extend the other leg and bring it back. And the option is you also do this with 2 legs, hold, bring it back. Okay, so again, we're doing this for 1 minute, so you choose the variation that you can maintain for 1 minute. Either you do the single legs alternating, or you do both together, which is more difficult. Whichever one you can maintain for the full time. Okay? So let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'll do it with both legs together. And important here is to do it very slowly. And imagine pulling your belly button through into your back. So you're trying not to arch your back. You're trying to keep your back really neutral. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, hold for a second when you extend your legs out. So extend them out and then just hold and then bring them back in. Okay, we have 20 seconds left. If you want to make it still more difficult, extend your legs, then lower them till your heels are off the ground. Hold, then raise them up, and then bring them in. Or just carry on doing it how you're doing it. It's all just variations. Okay, and stop. So I'm trying to show you different variations that are more or less difficult, but the main thing is do 1 minute of what feels quite challenging of these different variations. And that's how you make it good. Okay, now carrying on, we're going to come back to this lovely chair and come back to the arms, and we're going to do dips, which is working your triceps. Yep. And the basic movement is this. Important is that your elbows go straight back, not wide, straight back. And try and keep your bum close to the chair, so not this. Here is also a variation. You can either do it with your legs bent, like mine are now, or more difficult with your legs straight, and then just through using angles, you're putting more body weight through your arms. Let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. my legs out. Yet another variation, if you want it, is when the legs are bent. So just stick one leg out in the air, and that's kind of halfway between the legs being bent and the legs being straight out in terms of difficulty. You can then change legs, makes it more interesting. Okay, we have 25 seconds left. If you want to make it slightly more challenging, lower more slowly, as slow as you can till your arms make a right angle before you push up. Okay, 10 seconds left. 4, 2, 1, stop. Good, just shake your arms out. The next one we're doing is really simple. You're just going to be standing and raise up onto your toes as far as you can and come back down. But as ever, I have some variations. So if you want, you can do this just on one leg. If you need, use something to balance you. Yeah, then so on one leg is a little more difficult, and it also has the benefit of training your balance and all of the muscles that support balance. So this one we'll do again for slightly longer to accommodate the fact of doing it on one leg and then the other. So if you're doing both feet at the same time, we'll do 1.5 minutes. If you're doing single legs, we'll do each for 45 seconds, like we did with the sitting down and standing up. Okay. So let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to show you on one leg. If you need to use the other foot to just kind of steady you, that's totally fine. As in, it's not really taking any weight, but it's on the ground, just balancing you. And do this rather slowly. And go up as high as you can till it's like you're squeezing your calf muscles. Okay, 10 seconds left of this side. That's 3, 2, 1, change. And if you're doing both feet together, just carry on. So you squeeze your calf right to the top and lower slowly. Good, okay, 15 seconds left of this. Okay, last 5, 2, 1, stop. Shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, that was more for the lower leg. The next exercise we're coming more to the thighs, the upper legs again. And we're going to stand pretty wide, and we're going to lunge over one side and then come back up and lunge over the other side. And like anything with bending, as we said before, your knees stay kind of above your ankles, not further forward than your toes. So you're not doing this, you're doing this. So your ass comes to the back, your knee stays in a kind of stable position, and your upper body stays open. Okay? So we'll do that for 1 minute, starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So sink down as deep as you can, and then push up. Sink down slowly, and then push up more quickly. You can either just keep your arms stable in the middle like this, or you can use them with the movement where you bring them forwards as you go down and then back as you stand up. Partly just helps with balance. Good, make sure you sink as low as you can. Hold for a moment and then push up. Okay, last 10 seconds coming up. Just do a couple more. Last 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, good. Again, shake your legs a little bit. Give your thighs a little massage. The next one, we're back down on the ground again. We're doing more of a core exercise, which is also good for the legs though. You're starting in a bridge kind of position, so you're going to have your feet on the ground, heels are just near enough that you can touch them with your fingertips, and you slowly push up into this position. Watch me first before doing it. So you're here, you're using your ass and your abs to hold you in this position. You can use your hands to balance, and then you're going to extend one leg to straight, as if you push something away and you make it straight, not up, straight, and then you place it down. And this is good for many things, for your hamstrings, for your lower back, and just for holding the position for your core. It's great. Okay, so we're also going to do this for 1 minute, starting in 5, 2, 1, go. So come up into what I call a bridge position, and slowly extend one leg out, hold it for a moment, and then place it back down. Check your position, hips up, extend the other leg out, bring it back down. So you do this rather slowly, each time holding it for a moment, and then in the middle position, checking that you're in a good bridge and that you're not letting your hips dip low. Good, keep going. 20 seconds left. Okay, last 10. 5, 2, 1. Stop and lower slowly down. Good, so we're nearly there, just 3 exercises left. While we're on the ground, let's stay here. We're going to turn over and just do a plank on the elbows. If you want, you can do a plank up here. They're slightly different, just variations. I'm going to go for doing the elbows plank. And we're going to go for holding this for 1 whole minute. If that's too difficult, just do it as long as you can, then take a pause, and then try and carry on again when you can for the rest of the minute. So let's start in 5, 2, 1, go. And so with plank, it's important that you try and make your body in a very straight line, like a plank. So you want to try and focus on especially the area around your lower belly, lower back, pelvis, that you pull your belly button through to your back, and that you try and make your hips so that they're not sticking up in the air but also not dipping down. Try and imagine drawing your shoulder blades together at the back so that you don't round your back. Imagine tension all the way through your legs, right to your toes, as if you're pushing against the ground. So everything is in one tense line. Okay, we have 10 seconds left. Last 5, 2, 1, relax. Good, and again we're going to stay down here. and do something else also for the core. Plank is a good core exercise. And we're going to go on our all fours. So you want your hands below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And we're going to extend one leg straight out to the back. And you're trying to aim for your pelvis staying square. So you're trying not to do this, turning it out, or this, lifting it up, or this, dipping it down. It's just an attention thing. You try and keep this all stable while your leg extends to the back, and that just means that you use your core muscles a lot more. Okay, so at first we'll just do that, legs going out. If you want, you can combine it with the opposite arm going out, making it into a super person position. Yeah? So you can either just do the legs or do the legs and the arms together. We'll start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to do a couple just with the legs on their own at first to make sure that I'm doing that in a good position. Okay, now I'm going to bring my arms in as well. And if you're doing that, imagine as if you try to make a really long stretch through your body from your fingertips to your toes. So it's under tension, but trying to extend all through your back. And all the time, keep doing this thing of pulling, as if pulling your belly button through to your back. It just always helps to keep this stable position. Okay, last 5, 2, 1. Stop. That's such a nice exercise. I would love to do it a little bit longer. Okay, we're on to the last exercise, and this one might not be possible in your hotel room. It's trying to do a pull-up, innovating with a table. Yeah, so it depends what kind of table you have in your place. So here's a table. This is a massage table actually, but you're going to get under the table and do a pull-up like this. So it's kind of a half pull-up in a horizontal position. It's just difficult to do exercises that use the biceps without any equipment and without a pull-up bar, and this is as close as we can get. And there's usually some kind of table in hotel rooms, so maybe you can do this one, maybe you can't. If there's nothing that lets you do it, then you're finished. Well done. That was a good quick workout. If you can do it, then let's get on with this. So if you would have enough leg room, the optimum would be that you can manage to have your body in a straight line like this to do the pull-up position. If the room doesn't allow it, then your body might have to be like this. It doesn't matter, we're just innovating with what we've got here. So here I am under the table, and then I'm lowering down till my arms are straight, and I'm bringing my chest up to the table, and I'm trying to keep my body in a straight line while I do it so that my arms are having to work as hard as possible. So let's just go for it and try for 1 minute. We'll start in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. And so try and do this rather slowly on the lowering down phase, and that makes it also more difficult. And try to pull up as much as you can just from your arms, and don't use your lower body. But basically just do the best you can given the limitations of whatever room you're in. "20 seconds left. That's 5, 2, 1, stop. Good. Okay, so that's our hotel room workout complete. Just a quick tour through different exercises. It's something that you could do perhaps every other day if you wanted to, and hopefully it's useful that I gave these different difficulty levels or the different variations on the different exercises, because that means for you, you can also progress this workout. If you started doing push-ups on a very high surface, maybe at some point you can progress to doing them on a slightly lower surface, at some point on the ground, and in that way you can keep it challenging, because what you want is to get to the end of the minute or the minute and a half and feel like that muscle worked. Okay, so we're done. If you want to know more about me, I'm Sophia Davis. I'm a personal trainer as well as a body therapist in Berlin. My website is sophiadavis.de. There's other workouts on my YouTube channel that are designed for not just a hotel room. Okay, so I hope this was useful, and feel free to write comments about any other suggestions you would have for hotel room workouts, and I'll be happy to integrate them into a new video. Okay, bye!